Would you ever marry a Jewish girl?
I've chosen not to marry. I've chosen
What, just to play
a
around?
celibate life.
So how many months has you been celibate?
52 years next
So you
summer.
ain't done it for 50?
That's right.
Would you, as a gesture of bringing us together, marry her?
There are other ways of bringing us together than marriage.
What if she was a bit fitter?
All right, I get it. The world thinks religion is a joke.
Everything they do, they say they do in the name of God. That we need to go to war in the name of God. They're being told that George Bush, of all people, is a holy man.
Okay, so it's more than a joke. Sounds like it's more about war than anything else. But how far does that go? I've been part of a Christian club on campus for a while now, and although the club is integrated into what's known as the Interfaith Centre, I never really found out what that all meant. I mean, now all religious groups on campus share the same space, and there are a lot of different posters plastered everywhere, but how can it really be interfaith? So I decided to make a documentary, find out how we can apparently all get along, but the rest of the world can't. I figured the only way to find out is to put my religious bias aside and check out the other interfaith groups.
Encounters is an opportunity for students to encounter Christ. So we really focus on praying, students praying for students. So we just pray for the students for campus and for a revival of Christ on campus. And sometimes we pray a Divine Mercy Chaplet.
I see the King of Glory coming on the clouds with fire. The whole earth shakes, the whole earth shakes.
How do you find that the groups are interacting with each other, like members at least, to start with?
I think everyone at the centre, I've never heard personally inside the centre conflict or anything like that. I think everyone gets on really well.
It really is a center of community and it builds that connection to the school, because it's not just going to class, it's actually this place where you have community coming out of.
So I think it's just excellent in a way that we can all kind of rub shoulders and have good dialogue conversations with each other.
Personally, I mean, it's a great environment. I mean, honestly, it's all smiles.
I know a lot of the guys who from different religious backgrounds. We love cricket and we talk about cricket all day and joke around about that.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's great, yeah, and the groups get along really well together and it's worked out really well.
But none of this fits with what I see on TV. I mean, I'm used to hearing about the impossibilities of peace between religious groups worldwide, hatred towards Americans, and the religious right. There's got to be something deeper going on, something I'll only find out by attending more meetings.
The purpose of this institute is to use knowledge, both in science and religion, to contribute to the development of prosperity for all people.
I think I'm serving humanity outside, like what you're doing, teaching children's classes and that sort of thing, but what I'm doing in school, the application is just in the future. Like I'm thinking about how I'll apply in the future, but it's not happening in the present tense.
You can find that, I think, in any belief system. People who are passionate enough about what they believe will take that and involve it somehow in everything they do.
But you'd think people with strong faith would clash. Instead, everywhere I go, they're embracing me. It's like an alternate universe of religious harmony where everyone loves each other and get along perfectly. They even seem to work together.
There's a lot of things that we do agree on in terms of faith, and I think there was a debate on campus and a lot of the different religious groups came along and they agreed on many of the principles behind it.
Well, everyone is friendly too. I mean, no one is going to treat you differently just because you're a Muslim or you're Christian or whatever.
Well, I think the issues that we really have had are more the kind of issues you'd have if you were like living with a roommate or something. I mean, you have issues where like, oh, this group didn't keep the kitchen clean, or those kinds of issues. But generally, it's been a real experience of mutual respect.
I enjoy coming here. It's a good experience, especially when I come to pray. It's nice to be to practice your religion
in school. I came back from Christmas break and I had recently gotten engaged, and there was a gift on my desk, and it was from one of the Muslim girls here. She gave me an engagement present.
Wait a sec. If I got this straight, we're looking at over a dozen different religious groups sharing the same small facility every day of the week and still managing to work around their fundamental differences, while the rest of the world...
Has been a second explosion in building number 2. Second airplane went in on the other side of the World Trade Center. That's not an accident. That's on purpose.
So there's some new brand of religion out there that somehow things have changed since Matthew wrote about Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus told us to be peacemakers.
One of the ways that I think about SFU is that SFU is a town of 33,000 that meets on campus, and it's totally possible for us to respect and value each other as people, but respect the fact that our perspective of who God is quite different.
I think you should do an interview with her.
Yeah, look, she has a... So we know it's possible, at least for this generation, in this environment. I think the world has two possible futures. Either the wars out there infiltrate every religious utopia we have, or this model of young peacekeepers gets noticed, and we can confidently say that change is coming.
We don't necessarily turn back the clock, but I think the best solution is for us to be unified in purpose and to be supportive and encouraging of each other's mission and purpose.
In the meantime, I've got less than a year before I graduate. So before I'm faced with persecution and conflict for believing what I believe, I'll make sure to remember that there was once a place where faith was a common interest among people and not a cause for human discord.
So let's go around now. If you'll give me one example of how you will get kids off the street, off the crack, and into your house of spirit.
I think if Jesus was here now, he probably would be rapping, because he was a great storyteller in his time. I think he'd be saying, don't get fooled by the people who are ripping you off.
So you think if Jesus was here now, he would be a rapper?
To be sure.
The rabbi.
Well, God isn't the rapper, and in Judaism, God doesn't have his messengers. Me and other rabbis and other Jews would be God's messengers. There's no Muhammad, no Jesus. I've got to be the rapper. There's a problem today with youth.
Is you a rapper?
If necessary, I can be, yeah.
What would you be rapping?
What would I be rapping? I'd be rapping that, come to me, don't be a fool. Come to me, God is cool.
Carry on with your message. Well, let's see if you can rhyme another one.
Let me help you get on your feet. God can help you get off the street.
What about you? Do you have some rhymes that you can take?
Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He will lift you out of strife. I want you to listen to what I say. Jesus Christ is alive today.
Yeah.